I'm just to carry the whole world on my damn back. Alexa don't get no breaks. Shut up, bitch! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! God damn it! Shut up! Always trying to talk when the boss is talking. Sick of this. Second live is up. I'm frustrated to no end. I'm frustrated to no end. Oh. Are y'all not entertained? Angle 2, what it do, JMG? I'm glad you're here. You should be the first to pop up. You should be. Also, if y'all haven't, please be sure to go press the link in my description. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Keep up with your girl outside of, YouTube. Oh, sweetheart, why are you still here? Why are you still here? Why are you still here? You slurp nothing but dick. Why are you still here? 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 There's nothing. There's more to life than YouTube Live, right? So leave. You don't want to see me, so leave. Why are you still here, bitch? Leave, nigga. Go. Be gone. Flee. Nobody wants you here. You're still in these comments. You're still in my space. You're still in my home. Leave. You've been evacuated. I pressed the red button on your bitch ass. Leave. Why are you still here? So instead of studying yourself, you want to study me. Nigga, we already had one Freud. We don't need another. Goodbye. Lord have mercy. I can't stand a motherfucker like that. That's them dormant haters. That's them ghost watchers. Them ghost viewers. They want to be here just so they can watch you, but they claim they don't like you. Nigga, leave. I will do you the due diligence. I will put in the effort for you. Leave. Why are you here? Like, oh my God. Where's my remote? Red Pepper 9, I'm putting you in timeout just for that. So you can think about the things that you said. Don't come up in here disrespecting Bruce Wayne ever again in your fucking life. What's up, y'all? What's up? Yes. Nobody comes in here and disrespects Bruce Thomas Wayne. Ever. We just got some gifts. I wonder who it's from. We just got some gifts. I wonder who it's from. Hold up. You use herbs, you got high energy. I do. I do. I do. I do. We just got some gifts. I wonder who they're from. I also got some insider information for fellow smokers. So a dentist said that we're going to have to do more oral care than the average person because we're smoking more. So it's good for us to get a prescription toothpaste, which I didn't even know you could get. Yeah, we double streaming because your girl is too big for one stream. And it's always bigger in Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. So we got to do it big. I gotta go big on big. But she recommended y'all make sure y'all liking and subscribing over here. Hello? Hello? What you thought this was? Make sure y'all liking and subscribing over here. Thank you very much. But Bruce Thomas Wayne, what do you mean? I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. I read. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. That's how you succeed. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. That's how you succeed. You understand? You understand? You understand? Period. Don't be making fun of middle names. Y'all drop your middle name in the chat. Y'all want to make fun of somebody's middle name. Y'all probably ain't even got one. Y'all mamas was too lazy to even give you one, I bet. I bet. Exactly. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. That's how you succeed. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. I twerk and I read. That's how you succeed. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. The herbs I use is marijuana and coffee beans. Only good thing about Texas is the gas prices, food, and no state taxes. Oh shit, that's everything. You forgot the biggest thing, the women! Like, Texas is amazing. I don't get how one couldn't like Texas. My middle name is Jennifer, but I'm a man. I love when men have feminine middle names, especially because my sister has a masculine middle name because she has her middle name from my father. 5'5". Damn, nigga. You think I'm Yao Ming? Woo! Hulk and Superman, because you're a fellow comic book lover like myself, I'll give you game. You just need 2 devices. That's all you need. One of my lives is on my iPad. One of my lives is on my iPhone. All you need is 2 devices and the willpower to do so. That's all you need. And the basis of 50 subscribers like YouTube wants. But that's all you need. Make sure you like and sub. Make sure you like and sub. Make sure you like and sub. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like it. I love when y'all are so impressed by it. Because, you know, I try to be impressive. Yeah. I try to, like, you know, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be just like my boy name is Portia. Like, where is his mom so I could tell her she did. What you're not going to do is shame a mother for what she chose to name her child, okay? Unless it's like something like Gaylord Fokker. That's when, you know, we have to pull out all the stops. But a man's middle name being Portia, what's wrong with that? They have cars and people be calling the Porsche Portia. What's wrong with being a bad bitch? And what about the women named after their dad? Oh my God, Nick Swagger, you're here! But that's what I was really saying. My sister's middle name is after my dad. So, ooh, Tiger on your ass. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, look at your name though. Don't be coming for me. The fuck? That's a little weird. It's nothing but the men saying this. When you push a little human out your goddamn pee hole, y'all tell me what the fuck you name it. Fuck. You all off all these drugs and shit. You all deliberated and everything. Motherfucking human just popped up out your pussy. And I'll be damned. 15 years later, niggas talking about why you choose that name? My nigga, I could barely think. We all know names. JMG, wasn't you the one earlier? Things are subjective. Names are subjective. You can very much have a unisex name. And it be 2 things. Yes, my head is huge, unlike your heart, because you don't care for other people, and that's why you're blocked, dumb bitch. That. And then that's another thing. Y'all do know names in other countries can be feminine versus them being masculine over here. Like, my real name actually means strong, brave, and manly. Literally. And it's based off of the names they would give men, but it's like the feminine version of it, but it's still seen as manly and brave. And, oh, maybe that's why I am the way I am. Hold up. Would y'all say I'm brave? Hold up. Let me pull up my name. Let me see. And no, I'm not gonna tell y'all my real name. No. The ones that was here like last year, no. If you was here, I think the only person on here that actually know my real name is Marcia. So good luck with that. And that's actually funny because if one of y'all end up figuring out, I know it was from that little nigga. And I'm gonna have some words. It's the feminine form of blank and the Italian variation of blank, with roots in names like man of the earth and man of victory. The name conveys qualities traditionally associated with masculinity, such as strength, courage, and resilience. My sweet, would you say that I have strength, courage, and resilience? Yeah. You pause there. Wow, y'all. Wow. And my name is actually a unisex name, which is crazy. I've actually met men with my name. It ain't awkward for me. I know I got strength, courage, and resilience. And that's why that person got blocked earlier. That's what I mean by study yourself. I know what I am. Well, since it's the feminine version of the name, yes, you fit it to a T. You're good, JMG. You putting you fit it to a T. You're good. You're not gonna get yelled at or cursed out. You good. Rick and Michonne or Shane and Andrea. Are you playing right now, McSwagger? You know what that poll says. It says Rick and Michonne. Don't nobody put Shane and Andrea up there. I don't know why the fuck that even came out your mouth. Hold up, did we get another gift, y'all? Sorry, I'm looking at What's up, Robin? Welcome back. Hey, shout out to Charlie B for the 100 gifted. He playing Call of Duty or 2K. First of all, I don't know what y'all think this is. I know the trend now is that 2026 is the new 2016, but my man is not going to be playing no 2K, first of all. And he's not playing games at all. He's eating. What you mean I'm always good, champ? You misunderstand from time to time. I know I was saying, like, you don't have to worry about me misinterpreting that one like I usually would. I got it, because I usually just misinterpret on purpose. Shane and Andrea deserve their own spinoff. McSwagger, we needed that spinoff as much as we needed Maggie and Egan's, to be honest, because nobody asked for that either. So, you're too old to be on YouTube Live, since we're too old for video games. So let me just go ahead and block you, since, age got restrictions to fun. Oh, brother, let's get him out of here. It was a question. Damn, a lot of dudes be locked in. But you thinking that he would be locked in on 2K is why I'm concerned at. Like, what? No. He reheated himself some of my beef tips and rice that I made the other night. Okay. Okay. The Maggie and Negan show made me hate Herschel. I watched the Walking Dead comic breakdowns. That nigga ain't been likable ever. Ever. The other stream was lagging. Don't tell me that. I don't like that. I don't like those words at all. I don't like those words at all. Y'all just be having bad Wi-Fi, so, because I'm good. I appreciate you. I think video games help with cognitive function. I believe I've seen studies that said that, yeah. I would say especially ones like maybe a Tomb Raider or just really tactical ones where you have to plan and do so many things. Or even like a Red Dead where you're really living in this world and now you kind of have to like, you know, base everything around that. Welcome into the channel. What Negan did to Glenn was crazy. Negan had to prove a point, okay? He had to prove a point. He said, I will shut all that shit down. You understand? I love Negan. I can give a fuck about Glenn. The fuck? I mean, like, no, I like Glenn, clearly, but it's just like, the show ain't stopped for me. If anything, that raised the stakes. I said, oh. We never agree, McSwagger. I don't think I could ever agree with somebody who I believe said Iron Man was better than Batman. And I believe that was you. And if it was you, I could never agree with you. And I would never. Isn't that being locked up and dudes live their hoop dreams so it was really... Isn't that being locked in and dudes live their hoop dreams through 2K, so it was really off to ask. My man is from Texas. We play football in Texas. You understand? We play football in Texas. Yeah, I knew that was you, McSwagger. I remember such a blasphemous statement like that. You see who I'm repping today? Don't play with Bruce Thomas Wayne. Don't play, because Harley Quinn will come out. You understand? People don't know. That's one of his concubines. They always be talking about Talia. They be talking about the White Rabbit. They be talking about Selena. Nobody ever talking about him and Harley. Like, hello? But yeah, everybody started to love Negan because one, he's from the comics. Like, people already knew what he was on from the comics. I do think that Walking Dead, by the way, will you go back to Sims Live videos? Yes, Robin, I do plan on doing my Sims videos. We doing all types of content, girl. We not stopping. But I understood when they started losing viewership because in the comic, it was the exact same setup. Negan kills Abraham and he kills Glenn. But they told niggas that, I believe that was season 8 or season 7 when it happens. But that basically they were to be prepared for a different outcome. It was not going to be the same outcome. It was not going to be Abraham dying or Glenn dying, but it was literally that exact outcome. So I can understand that because Glenn was a part of the OG group. Like, if it was not for Glenn, Rick would not have found Lori and Carl and been able to get the group to the prison and all these different things. I get it. I understand Glenn's lore. And I know 702 Smooth. I know when somebody being real and when somebody's being ignorant. You good. I heard Carol was bad in the comics and Andrea was a beast. Andrea and Rick actually get married. Yeah. That's Rick's whole new woman. And I always low-key found it funny, like, when Andrea and Michonne, like, that's just so crazy that Andrea and Michonne end up, like, you know, being their own little group after everybody gets disbanded from was it from Herschel's farm and everything, and it's kind of implied that her and Michonne did something. It's implied. I don't think they did, but I always just found it funny that, oh yeah, this is like Andrea is Rick's woman in the comics, but these niggas said, nah, Michonne is his woman for real. Do you understand? You understand? You understand? But yeah, Carol in the comics, I think she also had twins, or like she had some daughters. And did y'all like Shane? I liked him for what his character was supposed to be. He was a realist in the apocalypse. He was a self-serving realist in the apocalypse who would do anything he could to make sure his family was safe. Like I said, I'm going to repeat it again. He was a self-serving realist in the apocalypse. See, I knew I wasn't tripping. I was like, was y'all buffing coochies? Y'all was buffing coochies up in that motherfucking little warehouse that y'all was staying in? Oh! But yeah, I like Shane for what he was, especially because he is supposed to serve as the literal opposite of what Rick was, which was very selfless. He wanted everybody to survive. Rick is the type of person, as we see later, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you have not watched The Walking Dead, as we saw, Rick is the type that will have one of his children die and will make sure everybody else is alive. Like literally saying that to say he will put all of himself into helping people and saving people. And all of himself includes his children. Do I think Shane was a better leader than Rick? No! Shane wanted to leave a little girl in the woods. It's off the point that Sophie dumbass even got up and everything. But I ain't gonna do too much because I see a roach. I'm not staying in that area. You crazy as fuck. You talk about some walking 6-foot roaches and one see me under here and start crawling toward. No, Carl does not die in the comics. Carl actually ends up taking over the mantle that Rick had. Carl and Herschel, Maggie and Glenn, Carl and Herschel actually end up beefing. Because that nigga Herschel, because it's like years after, the OG apocalypse and everything. And this is kind of like, now how we in Dead City and where Daryl Dixon is at, where they using the zombies for entertainment. That nigga Herschel, because he ain't never had no good connection in life because his daddy is dead in this universe too. He's only ever connected with the dead. So this nigga is doing a circus show with walkers. But Carl and Rick ended up basically making like their own little miniature army. I'm remembering it wrong, but this is just, off the top from what I remember. Carl and Rick end up making a little miniature army that includes themselves when they take out majority of the walker population. And unfortunately, spoiler alert, Rick does die in the comics. So fueled with that rage, and also the fact that he and his dad, that's literally what he and his dad worked for from him being a kid up until he's older, is so that all these walkers could be eliminated. But you got a nigga bringing them around town like they're fucking Beyonce or Diana Ross and the Supremes or some shit. So this nigga Carl decides to kill them. He kills the walkers. But this nigga Herschel was like, oh my God, my friends, you killed my friends, but you also killed my property. I'm taking you to court. I'm taking you to court. I swear to God, motherfucker, I'm taking you to court. This nigga Carl was like, I don't give a fuck. Take me to court. I don't care. Nigga, you're stupid. And you have like some type of necrophiliac desire with things. I don't know what's wrong with you. So he takes him to court, but luckily the judge in charge is Michonne. As we know, Michonne used to be a lawyer, but now she's a lawyer in this more established universe of The Walking Dead. Excuse me, y'all. And I'm gonna try to get some Sims content out by next week, Robin. For sure. But then this really just makes Herschel even more mad because Michonne says that she's going to allow the killing of the walkers by Carl and everything. It does not give a fuck about what Herschel wants. That nigga Herschel is just sick. Carl was real, but he was definitely a sociopath at times. What else would you be when you're raised in a world full of the dead? Your mom is dead. Your dad is a sheriff turned walker wielder. And you're literally being taught that the only way you can survive is to kill people. Like, really, we have to understand that the world of The Walking Dead is just its own thing. Like, oh, now I want to rewatch. Y'all getting me into too much today. Niggas want me playing in the Niggas want me to play Red Dead. Niggas want me to get in The Walking Dead. Y'all just don't want to talk to me no more. Because y'all realize if I get stuck in them worlds, I'm not coming out. Y'all understand that, right? Y'all understand that, right? Huh. Y'all remember the governor? Oh, do I remember him? It actually took a rewatch for me to actually take him serious. I didn't take him serious first round. But second watch, I actually understand the fear. I'm not like scared of him, but it makes me scared that there would be people in an apocalyptic situation that would fall for that. He was a cult leader in the apocalypse. And it's just so sad that somebody could think about taking advantage of people when it's barely even any people left. So yeah, I remember that governor. What y'all think about the governor? What y'all think about the governor? What you thought about Carol? I mean, Carol or Carl? I like Carol. I fuck with Carol. I don't know really much a lot about her in the comics. I believe she dies in the comics though. But sound like you still got 1 foot in, champ. Man, the governor was a buster. That's what I'm saying. And it makes me even more mad on rewatch when we get to that scene where he was beating Rick's ass. But me and my man always make the inside joke like, this is when Rick ain't know how to fight yet, though. So, like, we can't just... But then Michonne come through with that katana and... Ah! Ah! Fuck off my man, bitch. Yeah. You never got into The Walking Dead, JMG? You're missing out. Like, for real, since you were saying that we were philosophizing earlier, it has a lot of good philosophical questions. It has a lot of religious-based questions. That's what really, really made me a fan of it. It really talks about God in there. It really just talks about how to keep your faith, how to restore faith in other people, and just being positive-minded. It's oh, wow, just really having that resilience. It's really a good show. And it's a good storyline. It got some good juicy drama. And you never know what's going to happen. That's what Carl was mad. Rick let the... That's what I'm saying. That too. We talk about some Carl as a sociopath. What would you do? You see a nigga with one eye choking out your daddy. And the nigga got a tank. That as well. You had to grow up in a jail. Do you think one would not become a sociopath? I have to live in a prison. My mother, I can't even tell too much because we got somebody who has not watched The Walking Dead in here. So, and I feel like after hearing all this, he gonna want to get into it. So we can't give too many spoilers. But yes, I agree. That would make me crash out too. What you mean the motherfucking governor was choking you out? And then had the audacity to be out for like 2 days. You remember they found that house and that nigga was knocked out for like 2 days? Bro, Rick! And I think something else had happened right before that. Speaking truth, we literally just said we don't want to do too many spoilers because of JMG, but I mean, fuck it, he probably not gonna watch it. We already too deep in now. Yes, I was upset when Beth got shot. Simply because, one, I fucking hated that hospital. Carl was like, wake up, Dad. Dad, please wake up, Dad. Dad, please. I can't do this alone, Dad. Please wake up, Dad. That nigga had that chocolate pudding. He killed 2 walkers by himself. He walked around the neighborhood. He didn't have that typical teenage rebellion stage. He went through 3 years of teenage rebellion in 1 day. That's how quick you got to get over shit in the apocalypse. You cannot take that long. We ain't got that much time. He went through 3 years of teenage rebellion in 1 day. Came back to Rick. Dad, please get up. Dad, please. Oh my God. Cinema. But I fucking hated the hospital era. One, Carl and Rick had snap when Beth got shot, for sure. Growing up Grimes. Wait. Growing up Grimes. Let's not even talk about Judith. Judith got a different type of lore. She being raised by Michonne. Judith remembers her brother with having one eye. Judith remembers her brother dying in a sewer after a walker bite. Judith remembers her mother being a black woman with locks, wielding a katana. Judith don't really remember her daddy. Her daddy didn't got taken by the CRM. He didn't got taken by some black ops for Walker's agency. And so we see Judith toting a revolver and a katana. That bitch a problem. I don't mean to call. No, you gotta give Judith that bitch label because that's a bad bitch. Like, Judith gonna be a problem. Do you understand? A katana and a revolver? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Carl and Rick rightfully snapped when Beth got shot in the head because we have to understand the lore. Beth was Herschel's daughter. Herschel was basically their mentor, their guide in this. Herschel was kind of like their first monk. Technically, I count Morgan as Rick's first monk, considering that was literally the first person he ran into when he got out of the hospital. But Morgan don't develop till later when he meet that one nigga. But still, Morgan and Herschel were Rick's first monks. And obviously, anybody that's a monk to Rick gonna be a monk to Carl as well. But getting to the point, you mean to tell me that basically Rick's sister gets shot in the head? Because that's what Herschel became to him. Herschel became a father figure. Herschel became a father figure. And so then Beth gets shot in the head. But not only that, Herschel at this point is the reason that he and his family are still alive. Because you remember, Herschel ain't want to let them stay on that farm. Herschel was very well intended to kick them niggas off. The only reason he let them stay over there is because I can't even remember his name. Otis. Because Otis accidentally shot Carl when he was getting some venison. He accidentally shot Carl when he was getting some venison. Welcome home. And so then Herschel like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all stay here. Then Herschel and Rick start learning from each other. Herschel teaches Rick about farming and how to care and, being more patient in the apocalypse. While Rick tells Herschel, these walkers ain't nothing to be played with. You keeping them up at the barn and everything like they some cows and some goats and you about to get some good meat off of them. That's ridiculous. You need to stop it. And even when Shane was crashing out, Herschel had to get over that and let Rick stay over there. So yeah, Rick and Carl had a right to crash out. Oh, yay. Had a right to crash out when Beth passed because that was basically their sister. Especially after I believe they found out Shane killed Otis when they went to go and get those supplies for Carl. And it was just like, yeah, so many things. Basically, we're responsible for Beth now. They became Beth's father figure. And not only did Beth get kidnapped under their watch. Now, technically, it wasn't their watch because he was with Daryl. And like on second rewatch, that setup that Beth and Daryl were at, you can see it clear as day. You can see it clear as day on second rewatch because no house we've run into this deep into the apocalypse has this many resources in it. And this neatly stacked, ain't no dust, ain't no bins, ain't no breaks, ain't no poop up in this house. It was a setup, pure as day. But it was just so sad. But yeah, I can understand Carl and Rick crashing out because Beth was basically Carl's sister. And then, that's another thing too, Carl lost his mother. I believe around this time, because this is after the prison. Yeah, Carl and Rick don't even know that Judith is still alive. So they're extra mad about Beth because Carl's mom has just died. They think Judith is dead. They done lost Herschel. I also believe Maggie and Beth had another sister that died. It was just so, and Sophia. Sophia died, and she had the most dramatic death in all of Walking Dead history. So yes, they crashed out when Beth died. And Carl had to put his mom down, only for her to get eaten whole by a greedy gut grizzly walker. Just disgusting. What are my thoughts on Pastor Gabriel? We love Gabriel. But specifically, what thoughts? Specifically, what thoughts? Like him locking out his congregation. And that's what I mean by this show really teaches you a lot about restoring your faith and how God is never going to leave you, because that was a whole story. And then they gave him a full circle moment at the end of the season because he let all of the Commonwealth in. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. But no, we love Gabriel. I think Gabriel had an amazing character arc. He was somebody who was before the apocalypse, because that's another thing too, is that The Walking Dead has you question everybody's character, truly. From the first example, being a Rick and a Shane. A police officer in the apocalypse is supposed to still help, protect and serve, right? That's what Rick does. What does Shane do? He want to go to Fort Benning. He want to leave everybody behind. But you're a police officer. You're supposed to protect and serve. Gabriel, a preacher. You're supposed to protect your flock. You're supposed to lead your flock. What does he do when the apocalypse breaks out? He locks them out. And it really has people show who they are deep down inside. And that's also what the show does. It has them grow from those mistakes and become something they could have been and what they were supposed to be. But, they were just too scared to be that. Because that's another thing, too. It teaches you what fear does, too. It's really crazy because the only reason he kept that congregation out is because he was scared. But after he learns to defend himself, he learns that what is there to being a preacher if I legit cannot protect my flock? So I'm going to do that. I have nothing to fear. What is there to fear if I have God on my side? It's just such a good show, y'all. Such a good show. I hated Gabriel after he told the lady Rick can't be trusted. Again, fear. He wanted Alexandria for himself. He said they have done terrible things. You do not know what they have done. Gabriel was not going for it. Gabriel was so freaking funny. Pastor Gabriel was scared at first to attack the zombie, but he had the courage to fight it. It was his battle of faith at first. Literally. Gabriel's story is just, as Spoken Truth said, it is telling the story of a wavering faith. At least in the first few times he was there, he struggled with a wavering faith. What's that? Oh. Then he left the gate open. Who the heck left the gate open? Gabriel. And I feel like Gabriel also served as like a test for the group, because this is like, them running into somebody Christly for the first time since the apocalypse, for real. And he is doing them so wrong, but they have to keep telling themselves in their head, like, this is a preacher. How do I feel about myself doing something bad to a preacher? And how does God feel? So it's so many things one has to think about. So many things. Like and subscribe. Y'all like and subscribe. Y'all got me into it. Y'all really got me into it. Dale and Daryl both knew Shane unalived Otis. Bro, Dale was so funny. Dale was so funny. He was not for none of the games. That was a 60s baby who has seen so much in life. And by the time the apocalypse came, he was just shocked at it's like everybody was prepared for something like this. They were prepared to act like the worst version of themselves. I forgot what happened to Gabriel's eyes. He got an infection. Gabriel had gotten an infection. I believe he stepped on like a rusted screw or something, but it was like the most mundane thing, one of those things that makes you forget you watching The Walking Dead, and then you lock in like, oh my God, how would you kill yourself in the apocalypse if you just got a crazy case of tetanus, Like, oh my gosh. And that scene was just sad too. But it literally goes back to it, keeping faith, because he was blind. I think that whole episode and the whole thing was about him leading another survivor and himself, because I think they was in the Savior War. They was going through the Savior War at that time. Oh my God, and Gabriel had to work for Negan. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, no, y'all. Y'all actually got me back into it. I gotta get back into The Walking Dead now. And I gotta play Red Dead 2 today. Y'all really got me into it. Dale used to be in everybody's business. I was like, dang, a nigga can't get away with nothing. But we needed that. At the beginning of the apocalypse, you needed somebody that was invested into everybody's business because nobody was taking this seriously, or it was the people that were taking advantage of the situation, like a Shade, or you had somebody like a freaking trigger happy Andrea that don't even know how to do things right. It was ridiculous. And then those two, mentioning them by name, was the ones trying to go off from the group. Like, don't play with me right now. Like, oh my gosh, no, we actually needed that Dale to be around. Especially when we get to that Travis situation, when they had to choose if they was going to kill that teenager or not. And Dale was just like, I mean, come on. Are we really having this discussion? It was just like, no, you need that grounded member of the group to bring you back to reality. Well, yes, especially when we have somebody who was on the extreme realist side like Shane, who wants to see the negativity and everything. Oh, we got to go to Fort Benning. We ain't going to live out here. We're not going to be able to do it, y'all. We're not going to be able to do it. Damn, Shane. We haven't like even tried. Like, oh my God. Versus a Dale who's really pushing us to be the best version of ourselves. Y'all really getting me back into it. Why would y'all do this? I did not anticipate watching The Walking Dead in the middle of Black History Month, but y'all want me to do that so bad. Y'all really getting me too into it. Can we stop? Can we stop? Y'all need to be stopped. Please. And I'll personally say the season I didn't like the most was honestly the last season. I felt like the writing was a bit drab and the characters that we were on weren't the most pivotal. So by the time we got to season 11, I still enjoyed it and it's good. You know, even on rewatch, I'd say, because you get to see how everything closes in full, and it does good with showing how all the characters end up in their own spinoffs like they are, like a Maggie and a Negan and Daryl and everything, but it's Black History Month, so skip that scene where Merle beat up T-Dog. I'll let you know, we already passed season 1, because my man and I were already rewatching it around, Halloween time, but then Christmas slowly started to creep up, and then I told him I wanted us to have some Christmas things that we were watching, and we haven't gone back since then. And I believe we ended on season 3, so we well from that. I think T-Dog actually dead by this point, unfortunately. I think we actually at the prison. I think we just seen Rick rip that nigga neck out. Mm-hmm. Bare teeth and all. Yup. Cause whose son was you finna rape? Not mine. What I think about Eugene, how y'all feel about Gabriel is how I felt about Eugene. And honestly, maybe Gabriel had some cultural bias because he was a black man. And I'll even say just full bias in general because he was involved in the church. And it's just like, I mean, y'all, come on, y'all. He a preacher. Like, but then it was like, we in America, the home of mega preachers. So I don't know. You can't really trust him, but it's okay. Anyways, Eugene... he was a good thing too. I'm just like thinking like what all their characters were supposed to stand for, and Eugene stood for doing whatever it took to make sure you stayed alive. Did I think Eugene backstabbed the group? No. Especially because that leads into like the big twist with the Savior War. So no, he like legit didn't backstab the group. But that like, if anything, are we gonna be upset at Eugene because he's good at manipulating? Because Eugene, to me, that's a fellow psych grad. That ain't nothing but a fellow psych grad. I'm assessing the situation, okay? Dead people have come to life. I'm assessing the situation some more, okay? I don't seem to have, in the Eugene situation, I don't seem to have any family around me. You mean to tell me ain't nobody here? Okay. I really got to feed for myself. Okay. I'm about, 150. Maybe 180 soaking wet. I don't know if me versus a Shaq-built walker is going to turn out the best way. So, yeah, if I see somebody like Abraham going ham with an Astros-themed baseball bat on a walker, oh my God, sir, I am a doctor. I am Dr. Alexa Luthor, and you need to get me to Washington, D.C. right now so we can cure the world. That's the only way we're going to survive this. Yes, you need to utilize your resources. That's also Content Creator 101. Utilize your resources. That's also what made Negan such a great and scary villain and leader, because he understood people are a resource. Literally. Eugene seen fight or flight, and he chose both. How one chooses both? By doing that. Not fighting, but they're fighting, and they're having somebody else fight their battles for them. You see how he turned his body to the side? Literally. So honestly, he gave Gabriel even that, like, ooh, man, like The Walking Dead. Oh, The Walking Dead. Oh, wait, no, damn it. Okay. That he gave he gave Gabriel a purpose when Gabriel was blind and really felt like there was nothing to do and there was nothing else for him to do. Gabriel was checking them bullets. He was checking them guns. And it was so crazy because when he was checking the whole time, and that be the thing, like actors that know how to act and really give it up, they'll tell you the story right in front of you. But I believe that you're two things. Because you said you meant Abraham, but he gave Gabriel a purpose too. But when they both got kidnapped by the Saviors, and that was Gabriel's position, was checking them bullets and guns, and I was going to say, I remember Gabriel, feeling some of them, but his face was kind of like this feels a little off. And that's what I was saying. Actor's going to tell you the story, but I remember thinking is Gabriel feeling that the bullets are messed up or something? Nah, it's okay. I'm thinking this to myself. Not even 10 minutes later, we get to the big war scene and them guns explode. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, Eugene did it. But oh my gosh. But yes, he gave Abraham a purpose because Abraham's story is just so messed up. I would be damned. I see my man sit over here and kill a walker in front of me and our children. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared of you. I can't believe you would do this. Why would you do that to him? Abraham, she wasn't meant for you no way, man. It's good. Bump her. You know how many more women you gonna meet in this apocalypse? Did I respect Rosita? Yes. Everybody that came from Texas stood their ground. Eugene, Rosita, and Abraham. Great representations for Texas. I loved every single one of them. Every single one. Even the way Rosita went out was gangster. You understand? Going through a pile of walkers while pregnant. No, she wasn't even pregnant anymore. She had the baby with her. I'm getting my baby in this building. No, I love the whole Texas crew. They were amazing. But why wouldn't I respect Rosita? Well, I don't need to respect Rosita for. What Rosita do? What? Why wouldn't I respect Rosita? I low-key got her hairstyle right now. Y'all know our girl loved the good little pigtail with her little army cap. I respect the Rosita. I respect the Sasha. The one person I didn't respect was Tyrone. He was always doing too much. I could not stand Tyrone. I'm like, oh my God. And then the way that he died. Oh, wait, no, I don't think his name was Tyrese, Sasha brother. Oh, get that nigga out of here. He was annoying. I could not stand him. Whether it was him now, granted, I messed with how he killed them walkers. He wasn't scared to throw them bows with them walkers. He wasn't scared to, But, he was real emotional. He was always very emotional. Now, granted, don't nobody deserve to get burned alive. When his girlfriend got burnt, I understood when he was mad. But, Rick had to do him in. It's like, dang, Tyrese, I don't want to see this. But you deserve this because he was just doing too much. And then he gets taken out by a baby walker. And then for some reason, he saw all those white people in his death. Why? Why are you seeing Lizzie and Oh, I didn't forgot the other little girl. That was a crazy ass thing too. Y'all remember that scene with Carol and the little girls? That episode, The Grove. Yeah, we for showing season 4 because my man and I got past Terminus already. Ooh, Terminus was traumatic. I actually couldn't even look at some of them scenes in Terminus. Terminus had some of them scenes where I questioned if this was real or not. Are y'all sure like this is filmed? This is fake? My God. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Some people thought she was manipulating Abraham. Manipulating Abraham to do what? She literally was, that was his ride or die. Then all of a sudden he started catching feelings for Sasha. Like, Abraham, what the fuck? Abraham went into the apocalypse and said, I don't like white women no more. First he get the Mexican woman, then he get with the black woman. I don't under, like, what's going on with you? She left Judith with that crazy girl. Sasha was the truth. Sasha was the truth. Had one of the most gangster deaths ever. Judith could have been paralyzed. Do we understand that? Judith's story could have went. That's also so crazy because anytime I see Judith in The Walking Dead, it also reminds me the only reason we're alive, y'all, is because Jesus, number one, and two, we had adults around us that actually cared. But like really understanding when you're a baby, you are so vulnerable. You could fall and die just from anything. And you're just good. But seeing Judith and just all the things that she had to go through, Judith went from living in a prison to living in basically an army, what do they call them? An army base where they have the homes and everything for the armies already. She don't even know. Literally, who said it? Somebody said it to her. But they were all like, when I see people like you, basically the kids. Oh no, that actually was in the Walking Dead game with Clementine. I'm confusing too. But in the Walking Dead game, them adults looked at Clementine and was all like, you know, when I see you, I just see all the people that died to get you here. And it's like, whoa, chill. I mean, true, but chill. Literally. Did Sasha start with Tyrese or I'm wrong? She did. Tyrese and Sasha are siblings. They actually came with a whole other group. And they met the group in the prison. And it was so funny because they met the group right after Lori had just had that baby and died. And so the group was just kind of disheveled at that point a little bit. And Rick was going crazy. And so Rick started going crazy. Them niggas got scared. And then Glenn was like, yeah, I don't think right now is a good time for y'all to be living with us. So them niggas had to go to the governor. They had to go stay with the governor. Man, season 1 through 7 of Walking Dead, because I think 7 is like right before we do like a whole season worth of the Savior War, which I did not care for at all. But my God, ugh. 1 through 7, phenomenal. Phenomenal. It makes no sense how something can be that good. Are we like... My God, y'all. And now I want to get into it. Rick was screaming out to get the Lori Ghost. Tyrese thought he was talking to them. That. Get out. Yeah. And then there's also a deleted scene, y'all. And they took it from the comic. But Rick, when he's going through that, woe is me, where is Lori? He ends up kissing a walker that he thinks is Lori. Y'all remember when he went out past the prison? And he was in the fields, and there was a walker out there. He actually ends up kissing that walker. It's a deleted scene. I will pull it up, but oh my gosh. Yes, we are on 2 lives because my personality is too big for one, babes. And everything is bigger in Texas. Hello? 2 lives. 2 times the fun. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? Crazy, right? Oh, you one of those. You're getting blocked. You ain't got no money for real. You a plexer. Fuck out my life. 2 times the entertainment. Exactly. 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 We don't pull no short stops. No short stops. All long teams. All know things. The young man. All know things. Make sure you like and subscribe if you know you like the vibe. Make sure you like and subscribe if you know that you like the vibe. Make sure you like and subscribe if you know that you like the vibe. Make sure you like and subscribe if you know that you like the vibe. And that's how we're going to end this, y'all. This was a good live. This is a great way to end our Friday. Now, usually, I would say I would see y'all tomorrow, but as y'all know, tomorrow is Love Day, and that day is preserved for my man. I tell y'all time and time again, y'all don't come before my man. So, yeah. Going to be doing Love Day tomorrow. Going to be doing Love Day tomorrow. Nigga, you do 15 push-ups and save that $15 for your mama, bitch. Ugh. But I'm going to be dealing with Love Day tomorrow. So I'm going to see y'all on Monday, bright and early. I say bright and early, but we probably going to be here around 1. But that's bright and early. That's bright and early. Okay. But yes, I hope y'all have your plans for tomorrow. I hope everybody got everything ready for tomorrow. And just because you may not have a lover don't mean that you can't love yourself. Take yourself out. Go take yourself out to get something to eat. Go watch a movie. Go do some pottery. Go do something. Just do something for yourself and have some fun. Okay? Also, next week, I plan to upload my vlog if I don't upload it this weekend. So if you do see that uploaded, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Tell me how you liked the vlog. Your girl really is trying to become a multifaceted creator, and I'm really putting myself out there. So if y'all could please support me in all the ways that you can, I would really appreciate it. We're also going to be doing PC streams as well. This month, I would really like for us to get to 3,000 subscribers. And once we do that, I would really like to start doing PC streams more continuously, at least once or twice a week. Streams where not only can we be interactive, but just how we had this Walking Dead discussion, I'd like us to be able to pull up scenes and clips that we can look at and get into, because I really want this to be an immersive show. Y'all understand? Y'all understand? So yes, we plan to, yes, thank y'all so much for 71 likes over here. And thank y'all so much for 26 likes over here. I'm working on a 10 reasons why Iron Man is better than Batman video. I'll tag you in it. You tag me in that, I will block you. And I will send it to the FBI. I'm serious. I will send it to the Federal Bureau. Do you understand? Look at this. Look at this man. He's trying to start a civil war, Your Honor. He's trying to start a civil war, Your Honor. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But yes, y'all. So that's the plans for next week. PC streams, our regular live streams as well. So yeah, hold on. IRL streams, vlog, and PC streams. And most importantly, I would love for us to get to that 3K subscribers. Okay, we getting pretty close. We getting up there, so I thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have an amazing Valentine's Day tomorrow, whether you're spending it with someone or spending it solo dolo. Please have some fun and remember to spread that love and spread that positivity, okay? I will see y'all on Monday. Have an amazing, blessed weekend. Drink your water, say your prayers, eat plenty of chocolate with nuts. Pause. But regardless, have an amazing weekend, and I will see y'all next time. Thank y'all so much for being in this live. Mwah. Love y'all over here. Do see.